It's another Sunday, it's another brawl, what are we doing?
Nonsense Rumble!
That's right, Rick. What's the next category for today?
We're doing a feral alien monster.
Yes, with the caveat of...
The Xenomorph is banned.
Yes, because the Xenomorph is pretty strong if you're going for just feral aliens.
It is.
So yeah, this is a very fucking broad category, but it's also the one I personally struggled with most to pick something for.
Okay.
So yeah, general gist of the rules is we pick something that fits the category, and we argue why our pick would beat the other one. I'm currently on a hot streak. If I win today, I dominate the month of February.
Yes, you do.
So I'm kind of hoping that you've got a really good pick in store for us, Rick, because I think clean sweeps are boring. So that in mind, who's your honourable mention?
My honourable mention is the things from The Quiet Place, which are basically very similar to the Xenomorph in terms of what they can do. They hunt you very well. They don't have the acid blood, but they're incredibly angry and vicious and malicious. Like, they hunt things not to kill them, but not to eat them, but just to kill them.
Yeah, so I've never seen The Quiet Place or any of its sequels or prequels. I only know things about these aliens because a friend of yours was a big fan of this movie, and from osmosis and listening while we were on that holiday, I kind of got the general gist that these aliens are essentially they're cold-blooded killers, and one of the reasons why they're so scary is because they clearly aren't hunting people for food.
Yeah, they're doing it for shits and grins. Like, any sudden noise they can home in on and come and get you. And apparently one of the only ways to deal with them is just to make a lot of really loud noise all at once.
Okay.
Because they don't have eyes, they just have really good hearing. But yeah, I ended up not picking those. Who did you not pick?
I didn't pick this one because it felt like cheating. I don't know if it is cheating, and also it might even be your pick for all I know, but I personally banned it as my pick, but I won't begrudge you if you picked them, okay?
Okay.
It's the Rancor from Star Wars.
I was very close to picking the Rancor, but I figured I had one that was slightly better at doing most of the things that the Rancor does, but better.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's good to know. So yeah, I picked the Rancor as my honorable mention because I feel like it was a bit too monstrous and less feral than what I was going for with the intention of the question. But you gotta admit, the Rancor's a pretty good pick.
It is a pretty good pick. Like, even one that can be trained is bordering no longer feral.
Well, exactly. It's one of those where, we saw that Jabba's one was never trained enough that you could keep it not in a pit.
Yeah, but Boba's one is.
Just.
Yeah, just, but baby steps.
And it is still a baby one, by all accounts, because it's nowhere near as big as the one we saw in Jedi.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, let's get down to the actual important part, shall we, Rick? I'm eager to hear it. Who's your pick for today?
Well, based entirely on the fact that I've not seen or read all of Dune and not going to pick the sandworm, I'm picking the baby sandworm, the Threshermore.
Okay, you've gone for a much bigger scale than what I was thinking, because when I was feral alien, I did kind of think human size or dog size, not fucking behemoth. But yeah, no. The Threshermore does technically, not even technically, it does come under the category, and that's fine. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to find a PNG of this.
It's just a willy from the ground, isn't it?
No. It's just, yeah, whatever. Threshermore is... I know how dangerous Threshermores are. They can kill Reapers.
Yeah. They can kill Reapers, and the only person to have taken one down on foot on their own in living memory was Rex, and he had guns.
Yes, and of course, if you're playing as an actual competent Shepherd, then Shepherd joins those ranks.
Shepherd joins the ranks alongside Grunt and a third-party member who's probably Tally. But Rex did it on his own.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is a lot more impressive. And also, when I did it as Shepherd, I had the nuclear gun. The gun that literally fires a nuke, and it says, "Don't stand near this when you fire it, you will die."
Yep.
And then you test it, and you're like, "Oh, they weren't joking."
Yeah, they were. And also they're found all across the galaxy in Mass Effect, because similar to Rancors, people decided, what if this but elsewhere, and seeded the world with bullshit.
Man, it's no reason why people think fucking Krogans are fucked up, because everything that comes from their planet is just death.
Yeah, it's Space Australia.
It's worse than Australia.
But yeah, how about you? Who's going to be your actual pick for today?
My actual pick is going to lose because you need to be intelligent to take down a Threshermore as well as just a tough son of a bitch, and these are feral creatures, so I don't think they... I think if I had a pack of these, they might have a chance, but one-on-one, no way, and that is the Krutox from Warhammer 40k.
Okay, so these are the mounts that the Kroot use, right?
Sort of. They're like the gorillas. They're like, they look like gorillas, and they're effectively mobile gun platforms when the Kroot use them.
Sure, okay.
So, they are basically gorillas, but like on steroids.
Sure, and yeah, they have the guns on the saddles, and like a Kroot can just fire the guns.
Yeah, I mean, they're intelligent enough that they can be tamed to do that, but they're still effectively feral. And also, everything that's got Kroot in the name, so Kroot, Krutox, Kroot Hound, they're kind of the same creature because their physiology is never explained very well. And when it is, it's like, yeah, so they're kind of the same creature, but their biology is just different enough that we have to call them something else. Also, they're dumb.
And also, Kroot fire for Kroot guns.
What?
Oh, this was a gag from when Tau were new, and Kroot gun being like the essentially the last cannon of Kroot. Why wouldn't you think that Kroot have Kroot guns?
I kind of get what you mean though, because listen, if you were doing a 1-to-1 parallel between Star Wars and Warhammer 40k, the Kroot are basically Tusken Raiders.
Yeah, pretty much.
Except
like without the bandages on, pretty much, and that's it.
Well, yeah, and also the fact that their guns and the way they stand and their hierarchy as we understand it in a limited sense all are reminiscent of Tusken Raiders.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not even going to fucking try and make an argument for a Krutox. As I said, if you had like a platoon of Kroot that happened to include like a pack of Krutox, yeah, I have no doubt they could take down a Threshermore if they knew what they were fighting. But even then, they're going to take heavy casualties. And this is a one-on-one fight. There's a lot of ifs I've already thrown around. One-on-one,
yeah.
A Krutox has got no fucking chance against a Threshermore. If it's lucky, it might be able to punch it once.
Yeah. And if a gang of them all have the guns, then yeah, they might be able to take it down eventually with mass fire.
No, this is why I'm saying it needs to be like a warband of Kroot that happens to include Krutox, because the Krutox can't fire the guns.
Sure, okay, yeah, because its hands are used for walking.
Well, and again, the guns on them, the Krutox are used as a gun platform. They don't get guns. There's a gun mounted on their back.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, the guns aren't even used by the Krutox. It's a thing the Kroot uses that happens to be riding it. So yeah, I like the Krutox as a pick. I think it's a great pick. I wasn't expecting you to cheat. But yeah, make the announcement, Rick. We know who's won.
Yeah, the Threshermore wins!
On the bright side, this does mean it's not a clean sweep for February, and Rick gets to retain a scrap of dignity until next month.
Yes, my little scrap of dignity that I can use to cover my shame.
Yeah, it might be.
I was just going to say, see you next month, everybody. But if you had something else to say,
I was just going to say, man, is it really weird to pick a Warhammer 40k thing and like not have a sniff of a chance?
Yep.
Because again,
usually it's the other way around.
Well, yeah. Like the reason why I eliminated the Rancor is because it's massive, and then you pick the fucking Threshermore. I feel really hard done by while also laughing at myself. Oh, the Rancor versus the Threshermore would have been way more interesting of discussion.
Yeah, like the Rancor might get eaten, but like if it gets taken out in one bite, then it's probably going to try and rip its way out.
Which I don't think it would be able to do, but it would fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a discussion we could have had, but instead, Gorilla gets smushed. We'll see you next week, guys.
Bye, everybody.